Hello guys! What's that? And welcome back to my channel. I'm in a good mood today. So yes, this video, as you can tell, is all about contouring because it's so mysterious and people just don't know how. So yeah, this is just a basic, nothing out of this world or anything, basic contour video. I'm going to describe for you and then I'm going to demonstrate my round fat face. So get ready. So basically, contouring is the trickery of the eyes. That's all it is. It's into seeing something differently. Using the dark contour to draw on the face, it brings the face inwards, creating it to be slimmer. I've already done it, so this is how it looks. You will see how to do it. And then the light is to bring attention to the areas that you want people to look at first and make things look bigger. So the dark is to slim down and the light is to stand out. Your eyes are immediately drawn to light colours. It's just like clothes. Black makes you look slimmer. You think bright yellow or whatever you wear, you think, oh my gosh, I'm going to look so fat wearing this, people are going to look at me. It's exactly the same with makeup. That's science. So contouring is a good way to start off to look slimmer. Do not diet if you don't want to diet. Just contour, that's it, to get rid of those horrible areas. So the ideal face shape is, well, the most ideal face shape is a heart shape, and that's what people contour to create that sort of look. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. So imagine when you're highlighting and contouring, there is an imaginary heart on your face. So the areas we want to be shading, just think of the heart. It's it's just harder to tell you this way than to show you. You'll see, it'll all be clearer when I show you. So I've done some little drawings to show you. Just don't laugh. Just don't laugh. I rushed. So let me see in my little notebook. If you have a square shaped head, don't laugh. Square shaped head. So the areas that are darker are where we would put the contour. So to create a more rounder shaped head, we would contour around the temples there and down the sides of the jaw. Just bringing it a little bit higher. Make sure to blend. And then obviously we would do the cheekbone area because who doesn't want that cheekbone to pop. And this one also shows a thicker nose contour because it's quite hard to show as I've got a really slim nose. So with the thicker nose, please don't laugh at this, it's so rushed. You would basically put the contour down the middle of the nose where you'd rather have it. So if it's thick, you want to bring it in. So you'd put the darker colour where you would want your nose to actually be on your face. So you'd put the dark just there, and then the light, you would draw a line straight down the middle. And you would obviously contour, nostrils a little bit if they're quite flared out. So we would, I'll just show you. We would put the dark there, and then we'd get a little bit of light and put that down the side. So we'd want it to look as real as possible. I'm not doing this any justice. But yeah, this is if you really do want to know how to do it, it's best to watch somebody, so it'll probably be clearer soon. So that's how you do a square shaped face. The darker areas bringing the face in, and then the lighter areas under the eyes to brighten it, and down the centre of the nose and on the chin and forehead so it doesn't look too droopy. Make sense? Makes sense. Lesson 2. Dorito face. Upside down triangle. This one looks like an alien. Yes, so if you've got a very angular face, it's a better way to say it than triangle, sorry. An angular face, which I'd love this shaped head. It's not mine. We would contour the angular bits at the top so it doesn't look too wide to bring the forehead in. And then we would, it's not as drastic as this, but you would do the shading around the chin, blending upwards into foundation, just to make your face look less pointy, if you like. Also doing the cheekbones, and the highlighting is pretty much the same on everything. That's quite a dainty nose, so I wouldn't have done anything to that. I hope that helps some people that struggle. This is like ridiculous drawing. I am so sorry, but I was in a rush. So this is an oval shaped face, which I think is very, very popular. So ovals, this looks like a lady with a beard, but the oval shaped face, we wouldn't need to do too much at the top here. So you just need to do it around the sides of the forehead to bring that inwards. And then at the bottom, the same. It's basically mirror. If there's a mirror in there, you do the same what you do at the top. Obviously on the chin a little bit more, because I think your hair can cover up that little bit at the top. Yes, yes. So you just do it along the bottom as well. And this lady has a normal nose, so we would not need to do anything to it. So yes, bringing in the cheekbones again, and then these bits to brighten the eye. So this one is probably the most popular face shape, I'd say. And then the heart-shaped face, you just live with it because it's just beautiful. All these faces and shapes are beautiful. It's just another way to express yourself and to try something new. So that's the drawings done. If you've got any questions on nose contour, because it can be quite tricky, just ask and I'll do a separate video on that if need be. So yeah, a round face, so you'll see that demonstrated on the next part. I hope you enjoy it. Please don't take the piss out of me. I try my best with what I've got, and yes, so I hope you are going to enjoy this video. Stick around, you're going to see me without no foundation in a second. Oh, I'm sorry. So I put my foundation on. Obviously I've done my moisturising first, primer, foundation and eye makeup obviously. So everything apart from the contouring and the powder. So I'm just going to introduce to a couple different types of contour. So obviously first we have this stick. This stick is my favourite and it's Master Contour, Maybelline, and it's the V Duo. It's a bit dirty. So we've got the highlight on one side and the contour on the other. Oh my gosh, look at this state of it. So yeah, this is my favourite. It's quite creamy. It's quite inexpensive. I'd say about £6. Not too bad. But yeah, I think this is really good just for popping in your handbag. You just grab it and go. That's my favourite at the minute. The second type, which I have battered and bruised, the Contour Palette. Now with these, they're quite good, but you have to fork out a lot of money to get a decent one. For these, basically, you've got your correction colours, which is the pinky and the blue. So you'd put the bluey colour on the red areas and the pinky colour on if you've got any yellowy green, if you get any like veins or anything under your eyes. And then there's like a really clear, sparkly one at the top. I have no idea. I think that's meant to be a cream highlight. And then we've got the lighter colours down that side for your highlighting. And then obviously different skin tones, you'll need different colours, so they're all there for you. And then the darker ones, which you can see I have gone crazy with and I've used them up. So yeah, that's another option for the contour. You can get these from, I'd say, about £8 up to extravagant prices from £50, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Wish I could afford that, but I can't. So that's another way you can use contouring. Or we have these little highlighting stick things. You've seen me use these before. So this one is the contour colour. I'm sure I said it were cappuccino, but it's not. It is espresso. Now you can get these anywhere. LA Girl, Pro Conceal. It's contour. It's a cream inside and you squeeze it up through and use the little applicator to put it on. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to be using the stick today for the contouring, and I'm going to be using that one for the highlight. So I'm just going to pop that on. So I have a very round face shape. I will be demonstrating that today on this round face of mine. So we want to be darkening the areas, like I said earlier in the beginning, darkening the areas we don't want people to be staring at, and the areas we want to be sinking in. So that will be under the cheekbones. If you've not got none like myself, then this is what it's for. If you've never done it before, take your time. You don't want to put too much on. Best to put too less on, actually, and then you can always go over it. You don't want to look muddy, cakey. So let me just bring this in. So just carving out a cheekbone there, and the same on this side. putting ever such less pressure on the outside and more up here. So round face, we want to make it more angular, so we're going to go down here to create the fake jawline, because yeah, chubby faces, no. It's basically a trick, this, just to carve out that face. People will think, oh yes, it's just shadows. Basically, just do that. You just want to be dragging that down so we can blend it down so it doesn't look too blunt. You don't want to look like you've got tied lines. And I've got a very small forehead, so I don't put too much cream on there, if any. But if you've got a larger forehead, you want to be making it look smaller, so you'd pop it just around the temples there, and again up on the same side. It's just to make it look a lot smaller, but like I said, I've got a really small one. So round faces, if you think about the pictures I showed you earlier, we want to be making it look more pointy, more angular, and because round faces are quite wide, we want to be bringing it in again on the outside. So I'm just going to put a little here and just a little there. It looks a bit crazy and a bit much at the minute, but trust me. Trust me. Okay. So I'm just going to blend that in. So I've blended it all out with a damp beauty blender. So all you need to do is take a very damp one, dry it off on some towel or some tissue, and then just tap over it. And if you're having trouble to blend it out, you can give it a little rub. I did try this one on this side, and I just think it looks a bit more muddy. It's not as, I don't think it's as defined as that side, and it's a bit tricky to use that. So if you're a starter, if you're starting out, I would try something like this, more creamy. It's just easier to use than these. These are a bit scary, I think. They come out very dark. So that's the face contour done. So you can see it just looks a little bit more sharp everywhere. And now if you're wanting to know how to nose contour, my nose is quite small, narrow, so I don't really need to, but I'll show you. So it's going to be a bit tricky using this. This is quite a large nubbin to do it. So I'll use the tiniest amount of product of this one. Scares me. So if you've got a large nose, you want to be drawing on the outer sides. So even if it's a really wide set nose, you need to be bringing it in. So wherever you wish your nose were, the bridge of your nose, draw it on. Just draw it on. Oh, I don't like this very much. It scares me. So you just draw all the way down, but I want a little button type. So I'll just show you how to do that. So you bring it in. Oh my gosh. And then I find this part sticks out a little bit, so we want to be pushing that in. So you use a darker colour just to bring that in. Oh, it's so beautiful. Like Rudolph. And then I'll just do a line there where people have like an upturned nose. There's a little dint in there. That's how I like it to look. So nice. So good, right? So yeah, if you've got a larger set nose, you do the same just on where you wish your nose would basically be, how slim you want it. My nose is quite slim, so I can't show you that properly. And then you take your beauty blender again and you just dab it on. Now just be careful, use a light amount. So it just makes it look a little bit slimmer and it brings more definition to it. So that would be the darker colours. So we go on to highlight. Now highlighting, like I said earlier, is just to draw your eye into that specific area. So with the nose, you'd want to make a very thin line down the nose, the centre of the nose. Let me get a bit more product. So your eye is drawn to that. So the dark brings it inwards and the light makes you look at it basically. So you think, well, oh, that's a skinny nose. That's a little nose. So if you're not into the whole button thing, you draw this all the way down, making sure it's really straight. And I just like to pop a little amount there. Now if you've got a wider set nose and you have drawn it in slimmer, you would use a lighter version of this, so just like a skin coloured type, and you would draw either side of the dark and blend that in. It just gives the illusion of a slimmer nose. So that would be the nose highlight, and you just blend that in, tap in everywhere. Just be careful you're not going over the darker contour we did earlier. So it's not too much, just be careful how much product you use. You see the illusion it creates, slimmer nose, just depends what type of contour and highlight you do on that. So to highlight the face, not just the nose, I'm not going to do it today. I think my foundations, I'm sorry about the lighting, it's raining now, so it just changes the lighting altogether. So I'm not going to do it today, but I will show you. So you take either the other side of the V, or you take one of these sorts of things, or even the palette you could use, and you would draw a large triangle just there and there. This is for everybody to see a brighter under eye, and it obviously draws attraction to the eye. And then you'd colour it in. You would put quite a lot of product on there, and just carry on dragging it down, and let's go crazy. Just add a little bit of product underneath the contour we created, just to make it stand out a little bit, because sometimes it can get lost in the blending. So just take a little bit of product just to carve it out, bring you closer. You see how it's just creating it a little bit more of a angular face, and this side got totally lost. So just do that. That's basically what you do underneath your eye. Okay, and then blend it in. See, just quick tapping motions. And it just creates it more. It's more defined. It's raining like mad outside. Okay, that's the cream contour done. For the powder, it just creates a little bit more of a boom, you've contoured look. So yeah, we'll go on to powder. You've seen me do this in every video anyway, so there's nothing new here. If I can find what I'm looking for. Oh my gosh. So we just want to warm up the areas we've created. If you're new to this, then you just take a medium bronze sort of thing. This one's a very cheap NYC Smooth Skin in this shade Sunny. You can get this on eBay or anywhere, really cheap. Just take a little bit on the brush, and you just want to go over it where you've contoured. Just dabbing it in. It looks crazy right now, but we will blend that out. Dab, dab, dab. I don't know if you've seen that video where the dad does a talk over. It's so funny. So blending upwards, never down, because it's non-effective. I like to bring it in a little bit, so when you smile, and upwards, just so the round face doesn't look so freaking round. And down. See how that doesn't look as scary as you thought it were gonna? And then we just need to do the same on this side. Can you hear my jacket rustling? See, I'll take a little bit more product to bring it up. It's so scary when you first start to do this. I know it is, because I was terrified, thinking, oh, we're going to look all patchworky and crazy. But it's really easy. It's just practice. That's all it is. So just taking it under there where we created the angular face. Who doesn't want to look angular? Just make sure to blend it down. You don't want no stupid lines. Hey guys, no roots. Shout out to my hairdresser, Leona Jane. She's wonderful. Oh yeah, my sister also wanted a shout out. She says to me, sis, can I do this? Because I have no cheekbones. Her name is Angela. She wanted to shout, hi. I said, yes, of course you can. I have no cheekbones. I have a fat face. She's quite slim, so it's going to be even easier for her. So yeah, there you go. Let's blend that out. And then if you wanted to go a little darker, you just take a darker shade with an angular brush. Needs a clean, to be fair, mine now. And you just dab in and go over it again. I would not touch the nose contour because it can look a little bit too much. Right now it looks fine to me. So yeah, that's it. It's not magic, it's trickery. It's all trickery of the mind. So yes, that's it. I'll leave it there for you. All I need to do now is put some highlighting powder on, which is just to create the shiny cheek look. So we'll just pop it along there. A lot of people aren't into that. I'm super into that. I'll just quickly demonstrate if anybody has not watched any of my other videos. So a fan brush and a highlighting powder. That's not a branded one. Just makes it look like you've got more of a cheekbone than what you've got. Like I say, the light draws your eye to it, and as it's above the contour, it looks like a cheekbone poking out your skin. It looks so glowy and beautiful. Don't go too crazy with this. So just above there, draws the eye to it, as you can see. Yes, that's it. That's all there is to it. If anybody's got any questions, then please do ask me. It can be quite confusing when you first start out. So just talk to me. I'm not gonna ignore you. I'm not gonna have a go at you. Just talk to me. It's fine. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Yeah. Thank you. Subscribe, like, and come back. Bye bye.